Have you ever walked into a store planning to spend a certain amount, and somehow you leave with the upgraded version, and you're not even mad about it? Like you didn't just spend more, you spent more and felt smart doing it. Yeah, that wasn't confidence. That was a setup. Today I'm going to show you the psychological pricing trick that quietly drains your bank account every single day. And the worst part is you probably think it was your idea. It's called the decoy effect. And once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Most people think marketing works by convincing you to buy something you don't want, but the truth is way creepier. Modern marketing doesn't push you. It rearranges the options so your brain pushes itself. And this works on smart people too, especially smart people, because the decoy effect doesn't target intelligence, it targets comparison. Let's start with the most famous example. Popcorn at the movies. You walk into a theater hungry, but you're trying to be financially responsible. You tell yourself, I'm getting the small popcorn. That's it. I don't need the bucket. Then you see the menu. Small, $6. Medium, $7.50. Large, $8. And instantly your brain goes, wait, why would anyone buy the medium? For 50 cents more, I get the large. So you buy the large. And you walk away feeling like you just made a high IQ financial decision. But here's what actually happened. You came in ready to spend $6 and you left spending $8. That's a 33% increase. Not because you changed your mind, but because the theater inserted a fake option designed to kill the small. The medium isn't a product, it's a weapon. This works because humans are terrible at judging value in isolation. If I showed you a random object and asked, what's this worth? You'd probably have no clue. $10, $100, $1,000? We don't naturally understand value. We understand relative value. We're not calculators. We're comparison machines. So when marketers give you three options, your brain stops asking, do I want this? And starts asking, which one makes me feel least stupid? That's the entire trick. The decoy effect is when a third option is intentionally designed to make one of the other two options feel like the obvious choice. Not because it's the best choice, but because it's the best choice compared to the decoy. This is called asymmetric dominance. And it's everywhere. Let's talk subscriptions, because this is where your money goes to die. You've seen the pricing page, basic, pro, enterprise. And basic is always missing the one feature that makes the product usable. So you think, okay, basic is pointless. I guess I need pro. But here's the twist. They didn't accidentally make basic weak. They made it weak on purpose. Basic is the decoy. It exists to make pro feel like the reasonable middle ground. And enterprise is priced so high you won't touch it. But it also makes pro look affordable by comparison. So you click pro, and you feel like you made a choice. You didn't. You walked down the only hallway they left open. Now let's talk tech, phones, tablets, laptops. You go online and see storage tiers like this: 64 gigabytes, $399, 256 gigabytes, $549, 512 gigabytes, $699. You came in for the $399 version, but suddenly 64 gigabytes feels risky. What if you run out of space? What if you take more photos? What if you download too many apps? So you look at 256 gigabytes, but $150 more feels painful. And then you notice the 512 gigabyte option and think, well, if I'm already spending $549, maybe I should just go all the way. And just like that, you're spending $699. Not because you needed it, but because the middle option was designed to feel awkwardly expensive, so the top option feels logical. This isn't just theory. A behavioral economist named Dan Ariely found one of the most insane real-world examples ever. The Economist offered three subscriptions: web only, $59, print only, $125, web plus print, $125. Read that again. Print only, and the combo were the same price. So why would anyone buy print only? They wouldn't, and that's the point. That option wasn't meant to be bought. It was meant to make the combo feel like a steal, and it worked. Most people chose the $125 combo because it felt like they were getting web access for free. Then Ariely removed the decoy option. Now the choices were just web only for $59 and the combo for $125. And suddenly most people picked the cheaper $59 plan. Same humans, same brains, different outcome, all because one fake option was removed. That should terrify you. Now here's where this stops being funny and starts being expensive. Real estate. Real estate agents use the decoy effect like it's a martial art. You tell them your budget is $500,000. They show you a house for $500,000. It's decent. Then they show you another house around the same price, but it's terrible. Bad location, needs repairs, ugly interior, feels depressing. You're not supposed to buy that house. It exists to make the first house feel amazing. Then they show you a third house for $525,000. And suddenly your brain goes, honestly, for only $25,000 more, this is clearly the best value. And boom, you stretched your budget, not because you wanted to, but because the decoy changed your baseline. The real danger of the decoy effect isn't that you overspend once, it's that you overspend constantly. Popcorn, coffee, subscriptions, seat upgrades, delivery apps, car trims, apartment upgrades. Each one is only a little more, but that little more is death by 1,000 cuts. It creates what I call upsell leakage, where your spending quietly inflates 20 or 30% across your life. And you don't notice because every decision felt logical. So why does this hit so hard? Because it taps into loss aversion. When you see the medium popcorn for $7.50 and the large for $8, your brain interprets buying the medium as a loss, like you're leaving popcorn behind. And humans hate losing more than they love winning. So the marketer doesn't need to convince you to buy the large. They just need to make the medium feel embarrassing. Your brain does the rest. So how do you stop falling for this? First, learn to spot the decoy. Look for the option that seems oddly priced, strangely weak, or clearly worse than the one next to it. That's the ugly brother. The moment you identify it, the spell breaks. Second, decide what you want before you see the options. If you're going to the movies, decide in the car, I'm getting the small. If you're buying a phone, decide your actual need. This storage is enough. Because the moment you start comparing, you're playing their game. Third, stop worshipping value per unit. You can't deposit price per ounce into your bank account. You can only deposit dollars. If you buy more than you need, you didn't save money. You just paid extra to feel clever. The decoy effect isn't just a pricing trick. It's a silent tax on modern life. A tax on your attention. A tax on your fear of being bad at math. A tax on your need to feel like you made the smart choice. Corporations are betting you'll always choose the option that feels safest psychologically, even if it costs more financially. And here's the part that should actually make you mad. Because once you understand the decoy effect, you realize it's not just popcorn or phone storage. It's fast food, streaming services, gym memberships, online shopping, basically your entire life. Take fast food. A burger is $9.99, but upgrading the meal is only $1 more. So you do it, and suddenly you're drinking a soda the size of a fish tank, not because you wanted it, but because you didn't want to feel like you made the dumb choice. Streaming services do the same thing. Basic is intentionally annoying. Standard is fine. Premium is only a little more, so you pick premium, even if you live alone and don't need 4 screens. And online shopping might be the sneakiest. You're checking out and it says, add $12 more to get free shipping. So you add something random to avoid paying $7 for shipping, and you feel like you won. But you didn't save money, you just bought an emotional victory. That's what the decoy effect really sells. Comfort. It doesn't force you to buy things you don't want. It makes you buy more than you planned, while feeling smart. Here's the simplest defense that kills the trick instantly. If this was the only option on the menu, would I still buy it? That question forces your brain to stop comparing and start thinking in absolute value. And absolute value is the one thing marketers don't want you focusing on, because people who buy exactly what they need are hard to profit from. So next time you hear the phrase, it's only a little more, treat it like an alarm, because that's the sound of your budget getting slowly drained. If this made you realize how often you've been upselling yourself without noticing, subscribe, because we break down the psychology behind money, marketing, and modern life every week. And next time you're at the movies, order the small popcorn just to prove you can.